every other week, my podcast off weeks, I'm going to be doing little mini podcasts, talking to my guests about no regrets. And I'm going to call them the space in between the space between. So today I have Lisa Nitzkin, who, if you haven't heard our podcast together, it's a great podcast. Lisa is a medium and spiritual intuitive. But today I want to know the little things that you do to live your life without regrets. So part of my goal is to help people live more presently, and when they do die, to try to have, at least when they die from this life, to have as few regrets as possible. And also when the people around them die, to have as few regrets as possible. So what is one thing that you do, Lisa, to live without regret?
I think the biggest thing I try and do every single day to live without regret is to follow my intuition and to follow my soul's truth. It is the one thing that I believe is so important to help me every single day follow my truth rather than go outside of myself and get validation outside of myself and make choices outside of myself. Because when I go within, I get all the answers I need, and that helps me stay on my path, and then I don't have any regrets.
And what is something small that you're mindful of so that you have no regrets? Like, do you ever get thrown off track during the day where you're not doing that? And how do you kind of bring yourself back? Something small that serves as a constant reminder for you.
Absolutely. I will get stuck in my earthly brain, which we all do. I'll obsess. I will try and figure something out. I will try and control something, as we all do. And when I start to feel that feeling of unsettledness and that anxiety stirring up in me, I will take a minute and slow down and meditate. And then the answers usually come within seconds if I can get to that place of calmness and peace. And then I can move forward throughout the day. It's not always easy. It does take practice and it does take time. But the more you practice it, the more it does work. And it feels really good to follow your own truth. Well,
and I think it's important for people to know from you too. It's not easy, right?
It is.
I think people get very caught up in, well, this is supposed to be easy for me, or if I'm following my own truth or intuition, that should just be easy. But we are earthly beings, right? We are oftentimes in our ego. And so it's hard to try to live more in your soul, your intuition, than your ego.
And that's really a good time to also, what I do is reach out to my higher guides, my loved ones who have passed, my angels, and I ask them to show me specific signs that they're with me to help me know that I'm not alone. And when I see those signs, and I'm specific, I ask them to show me very specific signs. And when those signs show up, it gives me that extra bolt of energy and light and excitement that I need to help me with getting out of my monkey mind and my monkey brain. It literally transforms my energy into something that feels a lot better. Not easy, but when I take the time to do it, it's a spiritual practice. It always helps me. Always.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
And I will see you guys next week on The Space Between. Like what you heard today and want to hear more? Curious about what comes next and what it all means? You can subscribe on iTunes. Just go to podcasts and find Life, Death, and The Space Between and hit subscribe. And you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Dr. Amy Robbins. Ask me any questions you might have, let me know what else you'd love to hear about, or just share your story. I can't wait to hear from you.